So we got our seed order in. Actually, the first set of seeds arrived today. We have 3 more pieces of those orders that will be coming in over the next couple weeks. And in 3 weeks, we will be planting our first seeds and putting them in trays to get going for the season. So as we kind of count down those weeks till everything gets real crazy, we got a lot of prep work to do still to kind of build some stuff. We got to build boxes for our actual farm to table boxes. And today what we're going to do is we're working on a project that will allow, once we put the seeds in the trays, that the trays can sit on these little tables I'm making, and the tables are going to sit under the lights. So we still, I think I mentioned in one of our last videos, we still have one more season before we'll have a greenhouse. So this year we'll have about 8 light setups. It'll take up almost our entire basement, and we'll be going everything under lights for the first month before we can really get outside. So last year we did it. We had a couple lights and just a big piece of plywood that we put all the trays on. It was a big hassle. We had to pull the trays out every single time, get everything watered, slide them back on the plywood underneath the lights. So what we're doing this year is we're gonna have some PVC that's gonna hold each light, and then we'll have about 5 trays on one of these kind of tables on rollers that I'm making. You'll kind of see what that looks like. That will allow us to just pull them out, water, and put them right back underneath the lights with little effort. So just really need to be efficient and keep kind of hammering home on efficiencies, but that's really what will keep our time to a minimum, is if we can create some efficient processes through all of this. So we'll just walk through real quick what this looks like, how I make these. They're pretty easy, just kind of sketched it out on some paper and made a template, and now we'll hammer through all of them. Should be pretty quick. So through the supplies we're using today, we got 2x4s, just standard stuff for framing things out. I got 25 2x4x8s. We have some screws. These smaller ones, 1.25 actually. Those are for keeping our wheels attached to the bottom. And then we got 2.5-inch screws. These will be used for keeping the 2x4s all together when we're framing it. We got our square. Where's this pencil? We got this pencil. My dad put it in my stocking a few years ago. It's actually really good. We love using it. Tape measure, some bits, our Milwaukee drill. Can't recommend that thing enough. It's awesome. 7/16 bolts, nuts, washers. Here are our wheels. Pretty smooth. We don't need anything special. And of course some coffee from our favorite friends at the Beloit Starbucks. So then we got this. This was left over from a project from our chicken coop, I think. And this is just a roll of some steel fencing, and we'll use this to put on top of the table. That way when we're watering it, the water just doesn't sit on wood, it'll just run right through. So that'll be real nice. And of course our DeWalt miter saw. Don't know what I would do without this thing. I use it, man, every week for one project or another. It's awesome. Double miter. Super happy with it. So I like having a little guide to go by whenever I do a project. My brother, for my birthday, got me a bunch of these nifty little Right in the Rain pads. They work awesome. You can get them super wet. They're real durable, nice like plastic cover. So anyways, I use these things to take all my farm notes. So this last week I basically made a template, and the template, so I knew exactly how much wood to get. So I figured out, you know, these are gonna be, the sides are gonna be 24 inches wide. I'm gonna have 3 main braces that are gonna be 45 inches, the legs 20 inches. But then I figured out, like a geek, exactly how much this was going to cost based on per inch, based on the number of bolts and nuts and washers and how much the wheels are. So I know each one of these tables is basically $15.75. Like I said, I'm a little bit of a nerd, but I like data. I like understanding what stuff's going to cost and how it'll work. So I'll use this as a template, or kind of as my directions, and go from there. All right, so as you can see, we got all of our wood stacks. How I like to do it is basically do all my cuts first and then finish the project kind of like as we're doing an assembly line. So I know I need to make 21 cuts of 45 inches. I need to make 14 cuts at 24 inches, and then I need to make 28 cuts at 20 inches for the legs. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all those cuts. I'll have a big pile of 3 different sizes of wood, and then I'll go through and put them all together. It's been 45 minutes and we got all of our cuts done pretty quick, so now we'll get to start putting everything together. Turned out real good. They all look pretty even, and we'll get started on the assembly of all these. What's up? So within about 10 minutes we had a cold front come in, and in like the last 45 minutes we've gotten about 1.5 inches of snow. So it went from a nice Saturday, pretty warm, to just getting it done in the snow. So we're gonna go back inside and we'll just finish up in the shop. 206 again. Still I can't recall how fast I was driving. Didn't wake up feeling scared. So this is finalized. This is the PVC that's going to hold the light. We'll probably have throughout the whole basement here probably 8 to 10 of this setup. And then underneath is what we made a little bit earlier in the shop. This will hold all of our trays. It's a little example. It'll hold 4. We'll go here, we'll come in, pull them out, water, and then they'll just slide right back under. Just hang out there. So, all done. Excited how everything turned out. It's pretty basic, but it's going to work for us for sure. So, thanks.